Not sure if you remember, and maybe you weren't even there, but I recently got a mechanical pencil, and the marketing and the branding was all about how it was, well, they called it the pastel mechanical pencil, and so I had this weird, was it paint on my finger? What? Anyway, I was really hoping that it would actually draw in a pastel color, or at least draw in blue, but alas, that was not to be. It's just graphite. So I finally took the plunge and purchased something that I've wanted for probably a couple years, but it's just like, it's not that expensive, so I don't want to order it all by itself, and I don't see it in any of the stores that I've ever frequented in my entire life. So it was just one of those random purchases that just gets put off and put off and put off and put off. I had to put in an order the other day, and I remembered that I wanted this thing, so it got included. Anyway, that thing is colored lead. Okay, so I was gonna just buy like one color, but then I saw that it was a better deal to buy all the colors, so let me just show you what I got here. I've never used these before. I don't know if they're worth it. I can't imagine it's not useful. So this is the Uni Nano Dia color. Oh, this one's erasable. So we have green, pink. Oh, a mix of different colors. So I guess every time you get a different color. That one's also erasable. Got red that says it's erasable. Blue that also says it's erasable. These have a weird shape. They fit together like this. We have mint blue. That one might look good in that one. I got lavender. That was kind of the color I was gonna buy on its own. And orange. So these are erasable. I wonder if this would be a good replacement for like a cool erase pencil. The pink one's not erasable, or at least it doesn't say so explicitly. There's not a whole lot in there. We'll see how quickly I go through it. Pink is what I like to use underneath my markers with the cool erase pencil, so it'd be nice if that one was erasable. Maybe they just forgot to label it. Anyway, I got the 0.5 size because that's one of my favorite. I couldn't find anything that had to do with like the actual lead hardness. My favorite I would have bought a 2B, but they're not labeled at all. So we're just gonna have to use them and kind of see how they work. So I collected some of my favorite mechanical pencils that each have like a color that I thought I could use. Oh, remember this guy? Oh, that's from back in the day. Maybe this one? I made sure that they're all the 0.5. Oh wait, this one's 0.7. That might not work. But I did make sure all the rest were 0.5s so that the lead would work. I wanted it to be kind of color coordinated here so that I know what I'm picking up when I'm picking it up. So let's just go ahead and stick one in here, starting with this puppy that kind of started it all. I'm not sure how. Sometimes you fill them in different ways. I gotta make sure I actually get the leftovers out. This one's kind of fancy. Just pull them out this way. Maybe there was just one left. I was like, it looks empty, but I thought maybe there was like a lid. Okay, no, we good. There was just the one left. That's the biggest downside to mechanical pencils, is kind of how quickly you actually go through the lead. But I'm notorious for ignoring my pencil and letting it get very dull. But mechanical pencil, you know, stays sharp all the time. I want to try this mint blue. Hopefully it's not too green. Otherwise I might just put the blue one in here and ignore that guy. How do you open this? I think there's tape. Oh, I got it. It's not that complicated. All right, so we grab a couple of these. You must have to unscrew this. Yep, that looks more familiar. Now we can insert the lead. I'll just put 3 in for now so I can keep track of how many I put in. Probably, oh, it says there's 20 pieces. I was gonna go ahead and count them. That would have been embarrassing. Put the eraser in backwards so it'll get blue tinted. All right, let me grab my sketchbook. Let's see how the mint blue, uh-oh, give it a sec. There it is. It's coming out. We got it. Okay, so this is the mint blue. It definitely has like a colored pencil like feeling to it when you're using it. It doesn't glide as smooth as most graphite does. But cool, now it's a blue pencil and it draws in blue. I've always wanted colored mechanical pencils. I don't know, it's just one of those like rando things. Does it look like a face? It's blue. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in these other ones and hopefully I don't have quite as much trouble. I'm gonna put the pink one in pink. Kind of satisfying. Actually, I think I have a new erasers I could use from a different mechanical pencil. They're a little long. We'll just stick to what we got. Ooh, that's so what I wanted. Oh, you know what? I didn't test to see if this blue one was actually erasable like it says. Oh, that actually works pretty well. Almost because like the lead is a little bit on the harder side, like it doesn't draw as bulky and deep, so it's a little bit easier to erase because it kind of forces you to be light-handed. Let's see if the pink one does. Oh, that's plenty erasable for my markers. So I figure for like the spread, we can kind of just fill it with rando things. I wonder how you could like use these all together, create a rainbow character. Yeah, but look, you can get those super fine points. I think these are gonna come in handy. Hopefully. We'll see. Only time will tell. I'll put purple in this one since I don't have a purple mechanical pencil. Lavender, I'm sorry, it's not purple. Now I've filled them each with 3, so we'll know how much I go through if it stops working. Ooh, I love the way the purple looks coming out of there. I don't know if you can see. We got purple. That just happened. They are a little brittle. I guess I should just come out and say that. But I have that problem with all mechanical pencils. It's another one of their flaws. I just hate sharpening, so I'm like trying to find... Okay, this one writes better. It like glides smoother. It's a little softer. Ooh, I like that. Anyway, let me try the orange in here. I don't think it'll work because this pencil's made for a different size lead. But yeah, look how different. It's probably just gonna fall straight through. But just because something's most likely not gonna work doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. Watch it just fall straight through to the bottom. It would just be perfect because this one's orange. I don't know if you can actually see the difference between a 0.5 and a 0.7. Yeah. Bummer, bummer. It would have been perfect because this is my only orange. Actually, I might have one of these oldies. You can see I didn't use it because I don't really like color orange as much as some other colors. The eraser is like brand new looking. Wait a minute, these are really thick. This is a 0.9. Is this 0.9? This is 0.7, so that's not even gonna work either. What about this? 0.9E. Clearly, I'm not prepared to film this right now. So here I was thinking I had a gazillion mechanical pencils, which isn't entirely not true, but they don't all work the same. Here's some of my last chances. We have my Pikachu mechanical pencil, 0.5. This one should do it. And we got green. There it is. Okay, green's back to like the little bit more difficult to use compared to the purple. The purple's somehow softer. I don't have an eraser on this, so add in the legs, I guess. Hair. Just kind of sketching along here. So far, it's nothing too exciting. I think my expectations were a little high. But I'm excited to just kind of start drawing with them. I don't have pencil holders for the lead, but I guess I'll just have to make do with the colors that I have. The next test I kind of wanted to do was see how it layers with some Copic markers. I'll just grab a nice pastel pink color and kind of see how it looks with the pink underneath it. Oh, that looks like a skin tone. Ooh. It's a little smudgy, especially the purple. Smudgier than like a Colorase, I would say. Let me see, do I have a purple Colorase? Kind of see the difference in value or hue there as well. And if I go over that, it doesn't really smudge too much. It kind of like dissolves under the marker, which is what I really like. I'm not so sure that's what's happening here. Yeah, it's kind of more blendy like graphite normally is. So these colors must be a little bit more similar to like an actual pencil. It might be one of those things where I can just kind of get away with it because it's pink. Let's see. Try it with pink. It just kind of flows pretty naturally. I'm kind of enjoying using the pink one. My marker had a little bit of green left on it, but yeah, it works well with the pink underneath, which is what I would probably use the most of. So that's probably fine. So maybe I accidentally shouldn't have purchased all the colors. Should have just got pink, but that's kind of what I thought, but I wanted to just check. What if we use like the purple on top as like a second? Ooh. Because of all like the pinky tones, it kind of looks a little closer to black. But it's also not too harsh. That's kind of a cool sketching technique kind of thing. Kind of just gauging out how I would probably use these. The other colors would probably come in handy if I liked layering them with colors that were like similar in hue. Let's do this a little bit with the purple. So you can kind of see a pretty good example of what happens when I layer the exact same color over different colored pencils. So like over the blue, it makes the whole thing look very green. Over the pink, it looks pinker. Over the purple, it kind of looks a little bit more neutral. And thus and thus. I don't know. I want to try layering it with like a gray over this purple color. See if it like pulls out the purples. Yeah, the purple really smudges. It just looks purple. I wonder why that is. Why does the purple smudge more than the other colors? Like if I take the same gray color, clean it off, and go over the green, does it do that? I guess it does. So now we have a green foot and another green foot. But then when it like picks up the purple, you really notice it. Just experimenting over here, don't mind me. I love the way when you go over the color, it gets it so much darker. Definitely can use that to my advantage as I get used to them. I'll bring in a little pink up here, counteract that green. Yeah, I think for my purposes, I would probably use mostly the pink one and then maybe layer the other ones on top for some detail or something. But let me like bring up Pinterest and kind of just start drawing some random things. See if I can find like ways to use the other colors. First, I kind of want to draw like a frilly dress or something. Can I use the purple? No, I don't really like the way the purple interacts with the markers. We'll start with pink. But I said I wanted to use the other colors. Oh well. Well, if I want to draw a dress, I kind of should draw a person underneath. I'll draw kind of small here first. Kind of want it with the pose that's kind of like sticking outwards with the hips so that the dress can kind of like do one of those mushroomy looks. Maybe arms behind their back, looking upwards at the viewer, which means the ears will go a little higher because of the angle of the face. With a big bow, maybe some ruffles on that. Hey, haven't had the lead break in a little while, knock on wood. Ruffles everywhere. Nice long hair, why not? Maybe another bow up here. Bangs, why not? That makes the character look a little younger sometimes. And some legs, just kind of like some straight ones, since the outfit's a little crazy. Should I add like an extra layer of ruffles? Ooh, cute. Okay. What kind of colors should I use? Why don't I try using the gray, see what happens when that goes over the pink. See if it's as crazy as when I go over the other colors. Like purple really lifted, green lifted. So I imagine pink will too. I think it's just that pink's a little bit more pastel, that it's not quite as obvious. Oh, whoa, that's like dissolving. Hey, that's what I want to see. So it's like a very neutral color. Some places it like makes it look a little highlightery, which is something that Kohl Erase pencils kind of do sometimes. It like definitely dissolves and gets really bright in the areas where there's a lot more of it. Yeah, it's really easy to see when I use like a gray color because it's not getting in the way, you know? I'm picturing like brown hair, so why don't we try that? I'm gonna start with something kind of on the pastel side, and then maybe we'll layer it up. That's a little dry. Try it anyway. I don't want something too saturated, that's the thing. And that's very saturated. Maybe if I just layer that over what we used. That looks orange. Add a little extra strands of hair. Kind of see the difference between there and there with the orange. I like it better without it. I wonder if I can use this for like shading this ribbon. Not too shabby, because it is kind of a neutral color, you know. Kind of works. Now for the dress. I kind of like it in white, to be honest, but I feel like she needs some kind of like Mary Jane shoes. So should I grab like a line art or stick with my pencil? If I'm going to do a pencil, I'm going with purple. So let's do that. Just to limit my art supplies here. Keep up with the ruffles around that face. Actually, I should add any blush I want to before I go with the purple, since the purple seems to lift. Let's add a little nose. Actually, I could have used that Ohu one. Since we didn't actually use pink for the skin, we used gray. Use that for shading there too. Maybe a kneecap or two. Then I can go back over with the purple. Ooh, a little cross-eyed. Hey, this is kind of looking good. It's got a nice kind of softer look than if I went over it with line art. Because it's pencil, which gives it like that sketchy vibe that I love. I like when sketches look like sketches. Because whenever I try to do something like kind of finished, it doesn't have the same vibe and I just don't like it. Oh shoot, was I gonna color that? Because now I can't. I went over it with the purple. Unless I want it to be a purple dress. That's an option. These ruffles. What I like about the purples, I can kind of add like shading and it's gonna look like shadows because it's like that purple. Works really well for that. I just remembered the purple was the one I was gonna buy. I'm glad I got the set because I got the pink. I totally forgot that I would have wanted pink at the time that I ordered this. So we're good. We're good. I mean, I did stupid things, but it all worked out. Legs. That skirt's coming a little high. Do little shoes with this. Cute. Looks like little tiny shoes. All right. What should I draw next? We can draw like a face in profile. Then I can use the pink and do like some skin tones. You can watch like that get overlaid in like a bigger example. Ear goes around there. Need some eyes. Maybe a nose so they can smell. Lashes. I lost the word halfway through, but we got there in the end. It just occurred to me, probably the reason that the purple bleeds so much when I put marker over it is the same reason that it like draws smoother. It's probably just a softer lead, even though it's not really labeled as such. Looks like a face to me. Ooh, I got a dimple. It's a very long neck, I'm just realizing. This eraser's too long and squishy. Could like bring the torso, the shoulders up maybe would help. That works. Little eyelash sticking out the other side. It's not always logical, but it kind of just adds a little something. Now for hair, I kind of want to do something big, although that's kind of what I've been doing. But maybe curlier. I haven't really drawn anything curly in a minute. Also, I haven't drawn anything perfectly straight either. So we have both those options open. Kind of just want to play with like swirls and nothing with too much like rhyme or reason. I just want it to kind of go crazy. Ooh, doesn't that look beautiful? Ooh, it just has such a like free-spirited vibe. Maybe some kind of accessory in the midst of all this chaos. I don't want to color it because I'm liking the way it looks. Constant battle of sketches, man. Do you try to improve them with the great possibility of making it worse? Or do you leave it as is and just enjoy it, not technically the way you might have intended it to be enjoyed? I'm just gonna keep adding in the curls. If I added color, this would all disappear. But I don't think I'm kind of leaning towards not doing that because I'm having a lot of fun like finding the texture in the hair, layering up these kind of squiggly snake shapes, kind of deciding how they would lay over here versus like up here. Would they be a little bit more curlier? And it's like looks so cool once I like take a step back and look at it. It all seems so chaotic, but then when you take a step back, it just looks like a head of hair. It's really, really pretty. I've always wanted curly hair like this. Just continue and fill in that shape I made originally. I am really happy with that. That was like fun and it looks good when I'm done. Psh, what? I might just draw some more of the torso here. Since I got space, it's kind of an awkward shape unless I want to draw something exactly the same size as that. Then it's like, I don't know, not that pretty design-wise. I think I'll just add in the shoulders. Try and figure out where those are. Maybe an arm over here. Ooh, what if I have an arm coming this way? Still haven't had my graphite break on me since the beginning. I'm kind of like a supermodel pose. Kind of glad I did that. This pink pencil's good luck. I'm really tempted to add like a little layer of blush, but I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, I won't. We'll just leave it. Just give her little clothes. I have to like hold the eraser with my finger so it's a little more sturdy. I don't think I like this arm coming out this way. Just add a little depth back there. Push it into the background. Okay, I'm really happy with that. And since I'm having a desire to add color, but I also don't really want to add color, I might just do that really simple sketchbook thing where you like kind of just fill in behind it so it makes the absence of color stand out. Part of me says to do it with pink, so it's like the same as the sketch. But another part of me says use purple because there's like a lot of purple already on this page. So let me just swatch a purple here and see if... Oh, that's very close. I'm just gonna kind of trace the outside of the hair. And then from there, I should be able to kind of just block it out. Maybe even grab some little pieces inside. Do I want it to be a shape or just kind of be whatever? What if we do like a square? Put a little up here. I don't want to get too close to this one, so I might just kind of break it up when I get to there. Kind of like use like smaller strokes around there, like it's busting up. Just gonna add another shape. Cute. Now, the problem is I feel like it doesn't quite stand out as much as I'd like, so I might go over a little bit of the sketch with the purple. A little texture in the eyebrows. Ooh, do I really want to go over this again with the purple? Let me evaluate this. Probably not. Should I torture myself and do it anyway? Probably not. But also it looks good. Wait, this might happen. I'm not gonna commit to it though, as I'm still doing it. Keep adding in these strands, one after the other. I add in some like, oh, that was the first lead break since the last one, which was also purple. That should probably do it for this one. I don't want to go overboard because I still really like it. I did make it better, in my opinion, which means there's a chance that I could make it even better, but I'm not willing to take that risk, you know? All right, I want to draw like a full body right here. Should probably use a different color. Oh, do we have blue? We haven't really used blue at all. I'm going to sketch with the lighter one and then maybe switch to the darker blue the same way I did pink and then purple. So let's do a full body. Maybe looking this way. So ear would be here. Maybe hands in the pockets. Maybe walking. I was gonna use Pinterest. Oh well. Let's just go from the imagination then. Don't draw walking poses very often. But I think if this leg's this way, then this other leg would be kind of coming back. Like this. Also feeling a backpack. Maybe lower than that. Hanging off the shoulder. Might move the legs a little. Kind of want some high-waisted pants with like a crop top that's like wide. I miss drawing shorts. I keep doing it. I just want it to be summer. But I won't. No shorts. Maybe a cropped sweatshirt. Maybe it's a quarter zip, but it's actually a half zip because it's cropped. I think that's how that would work, right? Remove this seam. It's not so necessary anymore. A slightly baggier pant. Look like I'm walking. I feel like one foot's a little bigger than the other. I'd add a little extra pocket that kind of sticks out of the back there. Ooh, okay, so there's no arm here. And I'm thinking, oh, I kind of just want to draw an arm. But then I was like, what if she's holding a leash? And what if that leash has a doggy on it? Kind of takes up a lot of space on here. So maybe I'll put the doggy over here. Maybe a ponytail. Bandana, scrunchie, combo, a little depth. Okay, now I think I'm gonna need a reference for this dog. Unless I just draw my dog. I might be able to do that without a reference. Just do some big block shapes. Never drawn a dog walking before. I think they do opposite front to back. No, that looks better. Give it some ears. I want a longer tail. Now, because she has like the baggier pants, I kind of want to like do the same look on the dog. So I'm gonna have it go bigger and then tiny at the paw. think it looks like they're walking. I want to use like a blue color for the jeans. See how much of it dissolves under this. Definitely still see a lot of the lines, but some are disappearing. Grab something a little lighter. Give that denim texture. Maybe give her a scrunchie that matches. I pictured the hoodie was like red or orange or something, but now I'm feeling yellow might be cool. Ooh, and then it's looking green because of the blue. Maybe do the hair this color. Blue for this. Yellow shoes. Let's try this color for reds. Or like a very limited primary color scheme. Actually, this might be better for hair. Maybe the dog can be this color too. Definitely gonna have to go over that one with some pencil to kind of find the details back. I was gonna do the backpack this color, but is that too much? I don't know. It's very flat looking. Maybe it just needs a little shading. Just add a little shading with this. Push these legs backwards. Just adding a little bit of dimension. I didn't add any kind of skin tone. Maybe just a light yellow so it stays into like the yellow color scheme that I added. A little too orange. Not a crazy fan of the color scheme, but I want to add the blue on top. So we gotta take the lid out of here. We didn't even use a whole one. I thought I would have used more than that. Alright, let's go in with the darker ones. See what I can do. Works really well over the light blue marker. I think it is kind of bringing it all together. Going around, outlining everything. Pushing back some of that shading even more. Now technically there'd be another strap like falling down here. Looks like a backpack. The button. Pants seams. Oh, I really like the way the light blue looks under this blue pencil. It's exactly what I wanted it to do. Push this piece a little backwards. Oh, I didn't look to see like how much this smudges. That much. That's how much it smudges. I also kind of want to go a little bit of red now that I'm looking at this. Over top of the brown I use. Saturate it up a little bit. Now I feel like comfortable adding a little bit of warmer stuff up here. Is that not the color I used for her skin? Oh, it's because I went over with the blue. You do have to clean your markers after smudging into that. Let's add some texture. I want to bring more of that color in. Okay, we have a little more space left. What do I fill it with? Aren't anyone sitting yet? Not really. What was in here? Green? We haven't done that yet. We could just draw with some green. Like a slouchy pretzel pose. Maybe looking downwards. Block out some of those shapes. Find where the legs would be. Feet, knees. The other shoulder, I don't know, just like relaxed there. This is a weird pose. A little pin-uppy for my taste. I need a pose and like hair and all that. Oop. Another broken lid. Just give her a very casual outfit that might pull a little away from the pin-up nature. Like a nice sweatshirt. I have to keep switching pencils because this one doesn't have an eraser. Give it some hair. Clearly I'm not giving up on the curly hair today yet. Sometimes you're just in the mood to draw something specific. Oh, that was what I needed. Need a little more shape in the front there. Bring that knee down a little. It's helping. Little hand in there. Do I want to add color? It's so close to the doggy that I don't really... Didn't leave enough space. Oh, I might not. We might leave that just green. On my mood from the last week. Anyway, I don't know. Well, I guess that's what the video is about, is just drawing stuff, ain't it? Why am I apologizing? Let's draw another character here, since we have like vertical space. Head, shoulders, just coming up with a pose. Ah, snap. Use big squares for the shoes. Kind of find the shapes from there. Switching between these to erase is starting to get a little annoying. A knee there, there'll be a knee there. Calves, smiles, and ears. Keep it all smooth. Oh, wait, we need clothes. Oh, I really like square necklines. Not so much on me, but drawing them. Don't want to forget foreheads. Something I used to always forget. And I was always like, why do my characters look strange? It was because I literally had the hairline right above their eyebrows. Made a whirlwind of a difference in my characters. Let me just tell you. Kind of like the way that looks as is. I mean, it could be a onesie. Is that what they're called? Romper? We had like little buttons. Okay, I'm not a fan of the design I have on here. Maybe do like an oversized shirt on top and then do a crop. This is like the only way that I usually wear crop tops is with something on top. I want it really oversized. Yes, I put all my characters in the exact same outfit. Can't help it. Maybe do a messy bun. Maybe it's tighter against their scalp and then big and curly at the top. Alright, I want to draw something else. else. Fill up this last bit of space. I haven't drawn in straight up purple. I feel like that's important. Kind of just drawing whatever. Okay, this reminds me of Pebble and the Penguin. Anyone else? Do some braids. I like to block it out kind of like that before I go in and actually make it look more like braids. It's a very Elsa pose with an Anna body. I don't know what's going on there. Just gonna shove a little character in here though. Got some knees, feet, put their arms up there. I'm looking up, maybe short hair. We haven't done straight hair. I mean, that's kind of straight, but it's not like pin straight. Not sure what to draw. Just do my mindless kind of doodles. Kind of forgot the forehead in this one. Kind of just want to fill in the little gaps because I like the way the different colors look spread out amongst the page. Fill in the cracks. Arms, smile. Yeah, let's do some straight hair. I like drawing small because it really helps you practice your poses. And mistakes usually look better this way anyway. Go over this a little. Make that face pop a little more. Not too shabby. Okay, so my verdict on the colored graphite. Well, the colored mechanical pencil refills, we'll call them. I didn't use this, but I think we know how that works. They're not multicolored pieces. They're just a little bit of each color. Okay, the verdict. Definitely just for my personal use, I think I would get most use out of the pink one, kind of as my rose-colored Cool Erase pencil. I'm not sure it's good enough to fully switch, but I will probably try and use a little bit in the future. The other colors, it kind of just if you're someone who uses the other colors. When it comes to Cool Erase pencils, I almost always use my rose or pink colored one. I have a lot of the purple one. I just don't like to use them as much. But when I can't find my rose one, I end up using that. But now I have a bunch of this, so I'm thinking I'm going to try and use more of this. I really like the way it gets layered with markers. They all layer pretty similarly. I feel like the purple though was a little bit more bleedy for some reason. But the other ones that I used all felt very similar. If you're someone that has a mechanical pencil and you want to try a different color, I would recommend them. If you like to use the other colors under your markers, or if you just want to sketch with colors, they're very, very cool. I definitely think the pink one is the one that I will get the most use out of. But I did try to give them all a little bit of a fair shot here, just playing around with them. But make sure you buy the size that your pencils can fit. I really like that they were erasable. For some reason I didn't realize they were going to be erasable. I don't know why the pink one doesn't say it's erasable on it. And the green one seemed to break easier. I don't know if it's because this one's been shaken more or something, but that was just something I noticed. And then the purple draws the easiest, but then it also bleeds outwards. But yeah, if you were to sketch with one of these, put marker over top and then do line art on top, I think you'd get some really, really good results. But they're very similar to Cool Erase pencils, so if you have Cool Erase pencils, it doesn't seem that necessary to have both. I'm glad we could rectify this mechanical pencil. Now it truly is a pastel mechanical pencil. And hey, I made a dream come true in the process, right? I now have colored mechanical pencil. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as I tried out a new art supply. I mean, I guess you could call it that. It was fun and it inspired all of these little doodles. I think this one's my favorite, but I actually kind of like this. This one's grown on me. It's not like the colors I normally use. And I like how this sketch has all the different colors kind of built in. It has a weird holographic rainbow gradient vibe that I like. Anyway, I'm stalling. I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, see you guys all next week and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles.